Hello everybody, I'm here to tell you how to travel for free. Now how is this possible? In short, using a credit card, you build up miles or points that can then be used to book a flight, hotel, or rental car, or concert tickets. How does this happen? Many travel credit cards give you 1 point, 2 point, 3 point, whatever it may be, per dollar that you spend using that credit card, which then you can use those points and allocate them towards a flight, towards a hotel, towards a rental car, towards a concert ticket, whatever. Now, if you got a bad stigma with credit cards, that's completely dependent on you. If you know that you're going to use a credit card and not pay everything on time and in full, then don't get a credit card, because then all the benefits go right down the drain. Because what good is a free flight ticket if you're paying a bunch of dollars in interest? Pay off everything in full and on time, because if you don't, this video is not for you. To help with this, what I do, that way I don't do this, is I pay it off every night. I have a reminder on my phone at around 9 p.m. and it tells me to pay off whatever it is that I spent using that credit card that day right now. And then I pay it off in the app, and then it withdraws the money from my bank account. Now, if you do decide to do what I tell you, which is pay off everything in full and on time, then this video is for you. So credit cards give you 1 point or 2 points or whatever X amount of points they give you per dollar that you spend. That way they keep you using their card. How do credit card companies make money, you may ask? Well, they hope that you borrow their money and then you're late on payments and then you pay them on interest or late fees. Don't do that. Just use their credit cards, pay off everything on time, and then you get the benefits for free. So, for example, my credit card is 2x. That means that I get 2 points for every dollar that I spend. And then a flight ticket, usually it can range from anything really. One way, for example, from Miami to Rio that I booked was 36,000 points. And then on the way back to Austin or Houston, it was 44,000 points. So in total, 80,000 points. Now, if you do the math, that means that I had to have spent $40,000 to get to that point. That's a lot, but it's not impossible. Do you know why? There's a thing called a sign-up bonus. What is a sign-up bonus, you may ask? A sign-up bonus is whenever you get hooked up on a credit card and you begin using it, if you spend a certain amount of money within a certain amount of time that they give you, then that means that they give you a bunch of free miles for free. Boom. For me, on my credit card, I was given a 75,000 point bonus after I spent $4,000 within the first 3 months. That was the criteria. Now, that may seem hard to accomplish for some people, but let me tell you how I did it. I have a golf cart business, and we were going to get a golf cart, and in order to put a down payment on it, we had to spend $2,000. I already buy and sell golf carts as a living, so I was going to spend that money anyway because I'm just going to flip it later on. I spent the $2,000 within the first day that I got accepted. And then on that same day, since my friend invited me to Rio,
if necessary, an infant life vest.
I coordinated the Airbnb, and then I spent $1,000 on all of our Airbnb for 4 nights. And then my friends paid me back for their share of the Airbnb. So boom, $3,000 out of the way. And then the next 10 days, I just spent $1,000 just living life doing nothing. And then boom, 75,000 extra points just showed up in my account. And then with those points, I booked a trip from Miami to Rio and Rio back to Houston. Now please don't go buy flat screen TVs and Wii U's just to hit the sign up bonus. I'm trying to tell you how to travel for free. Use this credit card on things that you're going to spend money on anyway. Listen, I know that hitting $4,000 within the first 10 days of getting a credit card like I did seems unrealistic, but you have a lot more time than that. Whatever you do, just try to spend money on things that you're going to get reimbursed for. This could be paying for somebody's gas and they reimburse you, paying for the hotel stay and they reimburse you, paying for your parents' groceries and they reimburse you, anything. One other thing you can do is prepay expenses. Instead of paying for your car insurance monthly or your phone bill monthly or your Netflix bill monthly, pay for the year. That way it's a larger bill, it can help you attack the sign-up bonus. But only do this if you can pay for it at the end of the month. Don't spend more money than what you have right now, like always. And once you get the sign-up bonus, you can then book a trip somewhere. And then you rinse, wash, and repeat, get another credit card, get the sign-up bonus, and do it again. Now, what if you don't know how to get a credit card? Because I didn't know either. Well, for one, if you don't know how to get a credit card, that likely means that you've never had one. And that also means that you don't have credit, possibly. To check this out, I would download the app Credit Karma, sign up, sign in. It gives you a rough estimate of their credit score. And then if it's inside the 600s or so, that's normal. If it's in the 700s, you can likely already get a travel card as is. But if it's below that, I wouldn't be surprised if you have to do another step. What is this other step you might add? The other step is to get a secured credit card first before you ever get a travel credit card. This is where you have to wait a couple months to get a travel credit card. And I know that you won't be able to travel immediately, but you will travel for free eventually.
If you have bad credit history right now or no credit history at all, then that's what the secured credit card is for, to give you some good history alongside that, which will then improve your chances to get a travel credit card eventually, which I wouldn't be surprised if that only takes a couple months. But only if you follow this step coming up. This step talking about the small consistent payments that you will make with your secured credit card.
A secured credit card, the one that I have is Discover. It's a very popular one.
And the best one in town. Most secured credit cards are going to nickel and dime you for everything simply because you're new to the credit card game. With the Discover It credit card, there's no annual fee and it doesn't nickel and dime you for anything. It's completely free, and on top of that, you can get cash back from the money that you spend on it. So it actually has benefits on top of that. The link is in the description below. Now let me get back to explaining what exactly a secured credit card is and how it works. A secured credit card
is a credit card that you put money into it and you use that as your credit line. The minimum for the Discover It credit card is $200, last I checked, meaning that you deposit $200 at least of your own money, and then that will be used as your credit line, meaning that you can only spend up to that amount that you deposited in your credit card. And then that's your limit. Now, what I like to do, and what I think is very beneficial to raising your credit score immediately, is to have that credit card but only have one transaction run through it a month. Whether it be your Netflix bill, your gym bill, keep it low, $5, $10 a month. Or maybe you just buy a pack of gum one time a month. What this does is that it keeps your credit utilization low. What does that mean? Your credit utilization means that if you have, let's say, $400 of a credit line, which is what my secured credit card is, because that's what I put into it. If I spend $10 a month on my Netflix bill or what have you, that means that I am using 2.5% of my credit line. That's extremely low, and that's good. The reason why that's good is because if you are using 98% of your credit utilization, that makes you seem risky because dang, he really needs money. That makes sense? You gotta hide in disguise. Make it look like you don't need money. I'm just happen to be using this card. That makes sense? And then once it seems like you don't need money, then more and more credit card companies will then offer you their credit card to use. Lending is a tricky game. But do this for a couple months, monitor your credit score, monitor the cards that you have at least a good chance of getting on Credit Karma or NerdWallet. But honestly, I would wait till the card says really good or outstanding chance of getting it before you apply. This may take 3, 6 months, 9 months or so. Secure credit cards are really just building or rebuilding your credit, which honestly will help you in so many other facets of life other than just travel. This is for the long haul. And don't apply for credit cards left and right. Every time you apply for a credit card and you get denied, don't go and apply for another one immediately. This is why I'm asking you to wait until the chances of you getting a card is at least really good chance of getting it or outstanding chance of getting it. Because if you get declined, then it automatically lowers your credit score again, and then you gotta wait some more to be able to even apply again. Wait it out, lower the risk of you getting denied. For me personally, since I didn't have a credit card ever in my life, I've never had one before, as soon as I got on the secured credit card and I made 2 payments on it, each payment being $10 a month, and then it automatically withdrew it from my account, so that means that I wasn't late at all. My credit score was like 657, which is not really good. But somehow on my Credit Karma app, it said the Capital One Venture Card, which I recognized as a travel credit card, and I verified using the Credit Karma app, and it said 2 points for travel and all that stuff. I'm like, cool, it's a travel credit card, and it had a good sign-up bonus. It said the chances of me getting it was good. I applied, which low-key was kind of risky, and I got it immediately. Later found out why I got it. According to this video by Ask Sebi, which he is a good YouTuber by the way, you should check him out. Link to this video is in the description if you want to learn about Capital One. By the way, learning about these companies can help you understand which cards you can get and when. Just food for thought. Capital One says that 30% of its loans were to customers with credit scores below 660, which is essentially near prime or subprime users. What does that mean? That means that they like customers that pay on interest, but that they don't go bankrupt or that they don't default. And then within the Credit Karma app, it said, congratulations, you got it. Now, credit scores are kind of mysterious, but honestly, I would just wait until it says really good chances or outstanding chances of you being able to get accepted to that credit card before you apply. Cool, so we've covered how to get points, we've covered how to attack that sign-up bonus, and by the way, the same thing goes with cashback cards. There's a little tab that grows inside your credit card app, and it tells you how much money you're getting back. You can then take that money and then spend it on travel or anything. But in my opinion, the travel credit cards give you more bang for your buck. If your plans are for traveling, I would just use a travel credit card rather than just a Cash App credit card. You do not have to use Credit Karma specifically to apply for credit card. You can go online and apply on their websites. You can call them directly. But the reason why I use Credit Karma is because it at least shows me my chances of getting it.
Credit Karma doesn't have all of the credit cards that are out there. For example, Chase doesn't have their credit cards on Credit Karma. And in fact, the credit cards that are on Credit Karma are paid for by the credit card companies that want to be seen. And then Credit Karma gives their opinion on what the credit card company may want and then whether or not you're a good fit for them. Just letting you know that you don't need to rely on Credit Karma, but to me it is a pretty helpful tool to have in your back pocket. Regardless, you should still research which credit cards accept which credit scores in order for you to be accepted. For starters, I'm going to give you a list of some of the best credit cards that I think that are some of the best out there, and the credit scores that come with them. Although credit scores are kind of fogged in ambiguity, but I'll do my best. The first on our list is the Chase Sapphire Preferred. It has a $95 annual fee, but you get $50 worth of hotel credits, which already brings the fee down to $45. And the sign-up bonus is 60,000 points after you spend $4,000 within the first 3 months of having the card. Online, it says that you need a 700 at least to get the card, but I would recommend more just to solidify your chances of getting it. The sign-up bonus can be redeemed for 25% more if you decide to use those points that you earned specifically for travel, meaning that the value would then increase from $600 worth to $750 worth, 60,000 to 75,000. You get it. You get the point. If you redeem for cash, then those 60,000 points just stays at a $600 value, meaning that you get a free $600. For earnings, you earn 5 points for travel purchases that you make within the travel portal. You get 3 points per dollar that you spend on food, 2 points per dollar that you spend on general travel purchases, and 5 points per dollar on qualifying Lyft rides through March of 2025. And everywhere else is just 1 point per dollar. Some cool things that the Chase Sapphire Preferred comes with is complimentary Dash Pass from DoorDash for at least 12 months, complimentary Instacart Plus for 6 months, and for however many points that you got within the past year, you get 10% of that for free as an anniversary gift, which is overall pretty cool. This is a strong card and it has a lot of good benefits to it. If you add up all the benefits such as Instacart Plus and the DoorDash, I wouldn't be surprised if that neutralizes the leftover $45 annual fee charge. Maybe even cancels it out and puts it in the negative, meaning that you get paid. Up next is the Capital One Venture Card. It has a $95 annual fee, and it says that you need an excellent score to get it, but you and I already covered why that may not be the case. Sign-up bonus is 75,000 points after spending $4,000 within the first 3 months, and the earnings is 2 points per dollar that you spend on everything. I'm going to call that 2x, 5x, 10x from now on. You get the point. 5x if you spend money on travel portal on Capital One, meaning hotels and plane tickets if you decide not to use the points, and 5x if you spend money on Turo. And the benefits side is pretty long, so I'm not going to talk about all that. You're welcome to screenshot that and take a look at it for yourself. And if you decide to use the $100 credit for global entry or TSA pre-check, then you're already getting paid $5 to have this card. One other thing, I forgot. With this card, you have access to Plaza Premium Lounges, which is over 100 lounges worldwide where you have 2 complimentary visits a year. And these things are really just cool hangout areas just to hang out at in the airport. For one, you can get food, you can take a shower, or it's just a really cool lounge area. Not all places have the food in the shower, but it varies. But either way, it certainly beats traveling than this. You're going to have access to all of the Capital One lounges. Right now, there's only DFW Airport in Dallas, but they are expanding. And you're going to have unlimited access to those too. Number 3 on our list is the Citi Premier Card. The sign-up bonus is 60,000 points after you spend $4,000 in the first 3 months again. The annual fee is $95 again. You should have a FICO score of at least 670 or higher before applying to the Citi Premier Card according to Fool.com, which is motleyfool.com. But what am I going to say? I would wait till you get a little bit higher. The earnings is pretty standard. 3x for everything: restaurants, gas stations, supermarkets, air travel, and hotels, which is honestly really good. Those are great earnings. And then 1x for everything else. I mean, restaurants, gas, and supermarkets, which is grocery stores. Isn't that your whole life anyway? So yeah, then 1x for Amazon, because I know that that's your life too. The benefits is not bad either. If you happen to spend $500 or more on one hotel stay, you get $100 discount, which could in practice, pay off the annual fee. And then maybe you could get paid $5 for having the card again. Citi Entertainment also offers special access to purchase tickets and pre-sale tickets to the biggest events on sports or music and dining experiences. I stutter. But from what this says, it means that you have to pay for it with your own money and you can't use points, but maybe I'm wrong. But it just gives you special access and all that stuff. This is just a really good card because of the earnings. Next is the American Express Gold Card, or the Rose Gold. You can choose your color. They're the exact same card. Here's where it gets juicy. It has a $250 annual fee. That's a lot, but need worry not. That's not even a phrase. 60,000 points is the sign-up bonus if you spend $4,000 within the first 6 months, so you have a larger time to do that. Recommended credit score is at least 670, but I really do recommend you get some more than that. That's just according to thepointsguy.com. The earnings is also really good too. So it's 4x at restaurants, and takeout and delivery is included. 4x at supermarkets, but this is for places like Whole Foods or Trader Joe's. This does not apply to places like Target or Walmart, so it's more of a niche category. And 3x on flights that you book using their travel portal, and then 1x everywhere else. The benefits are also pretty good too. So having this card, you will get $120 for free on Uber Cash, and they essentially give you $10 per month to use for that platform. And then there's 12 months in a year, so $120. Same thing with the dining credit, they give you $10 a month. And this applies to Grubhub, Cheesecake Factory, and all those things that you see right there. And since you get $240 worth of credit, this card essentially only costs $10 a year to have it. Okay, this is where things get juicy. The goated Capital One Venture X. This thing is crazy. The annual fee coming in at a whopping $395. But don't worry, just don't worry. The sign-up bonus is 75,000 points if you spend 4,000 within the first 3 months, just like the regular Capital One Venture, the younger brother of this. But every year you receive $300 of travel credit, meaning they give you $300 that you can spend on travel. And they also give you 10,000 miles every year, which is equal to $100 of value. So essentially you're getting paid $5 to keep this crazy card. Earnings, 2x on everything. So that's pretty good earnings, especially if it's for everything. 5x if you spend money on flights booked through the Capital One portal, and 10x if you spend money on rental cars and hotels booked through the Capital One portal. The benefits on this thing is so goated that I had to have 3 pages to write all this stuff on. This is so much stuff that I'm just going to go over the highlights that I think is really cool. For one, you have access and unlimited access to the Plaza Premium Lounges, which are worldwide and nationwide. You also have access to another lounge partner, which is called Priority Pass, and you have unlimited access there too. So essentially, a bunch of airports that you go to, you can just relax, kick back, eat food, take showers, maybe do yoga. It's crazy. Completely changes the way that you travel. Makes you look forward to going to the airport. Just like on the Capital One too, you have the $100 credit for TSA and global entry, so basically you skip the long lines. You can use your points for concerts, for hotels, for plane tickets, for NBA tickets, college sporting event tickets. Pretty cool.
I forgot to mention, you can also do this on the regular Capital One card too.
And on this page alone, there's around $690 worth of value, just depending on whether or not you use it. This is how you know that this is very much a travel credit card. You can read these things just to see if you actually want to be a part of it though, but it's still pretty cool that they include them. And one thing that I like is that you get cell phone protection. If your phone is stolen or damaged, you'll get reimbursed up to $100, which is pretty cool. And an honorable mention, the Bilt Mastercard. This has 0 annual fee, so it's free to have, no sign-up bonus, which is a bummer, and allows payments on rent. You can build up points on rent. Other credit cards can do this too, but it costs money, aka they charge a fee. Bilt has really good transfer partners, and the earnings is 3x on dining, 2x on travel, and 1x on rent and everything else. And the rent, you can only spend up to $50,000 a year to get those points, so 50,000 points max you can get for rent. The only reason I didn't include it on this list was because no sign-up bonus, which is pretty sad. Let me reiterate, getting the credit score that allows you to have these cards completely depends. I can't give you an ETA on this. Could take you 3 months, could take you 6, could take you a year or 2. It completely depends on your credit history and your credit score. But regardless, keep chasing this path because free travel is better than paid travel. And overall, just getting to travel at all is at least a blessing. But I guarantee you, getting a secured credit card or a regular credit card and making on-time and full payments and even paying it off early will dramatically increase your credit score over time. Even sooner than later, depending on who you are, again. Here are some videos that I watched which were really informative. So the links are in the description and they're really good YouTubers, so you should check them out.
Okay, everybody, did I miss anything? Yes, this is not financial advice. And even though I'm saying this because everyone says this, it really isn't financial advice. Please, do your own research. Don't just rely on me making my first YouTube video ever. Like, don't do that. Research online, watch other YouTube videos, learn as much as you can, eat this shit up. You hacking credit cards, you utilizing your credit score will help in all other facets of life, not just taking a free trip to Bali. This is a good habit to get accustomed to. Monitor your credit score, have low credit utilization, attack sign-up bonuses if you can. What does that mean? Don't spend money that you don't have. But yeah, nothing in this video is financial advice. Do your own research. I am no financial expert whatsoever. I'm a guy that uses cheap deity mics.
And if I was wrong about anything in this video, please humble me down in the comment section below and save a fellow person from my stupidity. Yeah, thank you so much. And here's my Instagram. If you want to ask me any questions, go right ahead. I'm not trying to get followers. Just ask me whatever questions that you have on your mind, and I'll try my best to answer them. Thank you.
Okay, well, thanks for watching. Have a nice night.
And I guess like and subscribe, all that, whatever.